Hello, fishes, and welcome back to Doki Literature Club. Rose is joining me yet again.
No,
you guys are gonna get. I'm not gonna mention it one time. You guys are not gonna wonder if Rose is here or not.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a mystery.
Yeah.
You're just gonna think that he spontaneously learned how to mimic my voice.
Exactly.
Or he just got a really skilled parrot.
Or she's not real at all, and I've been her the entire time.
I'm imaginary.
Or she's just an AI bot who I trained. Anyway, it's Sunday already. Do you want to read it?
You just basically read it. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's coming to visit. I kept telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We send each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation.
Typically how it goes. That's how a conversation is.
She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emojis and cute language. Don't call me out on my excessive emoji usage.
She uses way too many emojis.
I use them for punctuation purposes because punctuation is boring.
Sure.
She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard anything from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. Not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The silence is very eerie. I mean, what that says.
The house is quiet.
Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori?
Hi, Rose.
I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell different. There's a minute of silence between.
You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you?
I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorating she's had for years now.
Yes, all of one calendar on the wall.
With scribbles and tears, and then there's a cow and a bird.
If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I end up cleaning it for you.
How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today?
Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting.
Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today?
Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything.
So... It's just me, Natsuki, then...
Yep.
For silence. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, and something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head.
That's no good, Rose.
Huh?
Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. Wouldn't have come here. Wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. This is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me.
Sayori! Grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Listening to yourself right now. I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me...
You really put me in a trap, Rose. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Meaning what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're just really going to have to make me say it, aren't you, Rose? Because I have no other choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Do you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. That's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me.
Even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this for a time? Does she really want so badly for me to not think of it? Why, Sayori?
Huh?
Why is it that you never told me about this? I almost feels like I've been betrayed. Because if I knew, I would have done something to support you. Even if there's only so much I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make it better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me.
You don't understand at all, Rose. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of just doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decide the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt.
You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help stop hurting, that's what I'll do.
No, Rose. There is nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that can have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. Finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Tears struck Sayori.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. Now you come here and I made you hurt too. Just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace.
Rose. Bless you. Way to just kill all tension of this scene.
Hush up! I don't care if you feel selfish. Really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Rose.
Reason. Like my arms being around her. Sayori's arms. Start sobbing next.
No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this.
Rose. Oh, that's
me. Me? I am Sayori.
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. But all I want is for her to know that I care. Have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs. I'll make these feelings go away. If there's anything that you need me to do, you'd better tell me. I'm mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know. Don't know.
Gently, Sayori finally put her arms around me.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Rose. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too.
Sayori lets me go. As she does, go as well. The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
How would you like for me to spend it all with you? What I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would.
You could though, that's the thing. There's not a single thing stopping you. Except it's a game.
Oh, a cup.
Cupcakes shouldn't wait. Friend needs you. Are you gonna sell your friend for a cupcake?
No, I'm going to invite Natsuki here and then we'll all three make cupcakes.
Oh, right.
Why
okay.
is that not an option?
It's a game?
Give me that option.
I can't. I physically am unable to change the game to make everything work out.
Of all days, this had to be the one. I had other. Maybe I should cancel.
No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't.
But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. My surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
Sorry. Don't know if that would be very good for me to. You understand, right?
Kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. Worrying too much. Definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. Now a cheery.
Now that scene's out of the way.
I spend only a few minutes back home, anxiously awaiting for Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door.
Or you could just knock. Or bell.
That's old-fashioned nowadays. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Hey! I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than a school uniform totally threw me off.
something you would.
It is.
Cat shirt.
It's got a cute little skirt, too.
Yeah, but cat shirt.
Yes. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem really unfitting and embarrassing.
Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. Inside our house.
We have a house?
We have a house?
I see you brought a lot of stuff.
No.
Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies.
Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked? You bought everything I asked you to, right?
Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them out.
Good. Glad I can count on you to do your part.
Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Be that she's a little different outside of school after all. Anyways, let's go to the kitchen.
What, you're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me?
Aren't we already in the kitchen?
Shh. This is a visual novel. They don't pay much for backgrounds. Where's your hospitality, Rose?
Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grabs the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Ugh. This is ridiculously heavy.
Aha! I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed?
I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. Seems like I always underestimate.
It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk! It's just in my... there it is.
Hey! Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? It's a Napoleon complex.
It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But... Geez, never mind. Why are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about all weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What?
That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that.
Hey! Now you're treating me like a little kid. I'm just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean that you should treat me like...
Somebody's jealous.
I'm trying to make my face turn red. It's not working.
Natsuki.
Forget it. I didn't say anything.
I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little bit more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, you should know that there are tons of guys who are in body types like...
Yeah. How would you know? How would you know that anyway?
Locker talk. Just trust me on this one.
Gross.
Hey! Was that to me?
Who else?
Man. Let's just get started already.
You're getting all sour when a girl calls you gross. I found your weakness, Rose.
Please, spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. If we fight too much, there will not be cupcakes at the end. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons dirty bowls, flowers, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. Mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once. We've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking.
Rose, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's gonna in the oven soon. I need to fill the trays.
I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for?
To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite.
That's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing?
Do you want to?
You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so...
Come on! You're not putting any heart at all into this. Can you at least try to have fun?
I'm having fun. Not really sure what Natsuki's trying to get at him. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of each. Ah, that does look pretty cool.
See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if you're just looking at it. In the end, if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes light up.
Like the ones you made the first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes, Sayori and Monika's delighted expression. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah. Maybe I'll use the food coloring then.
Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food color.
Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing.
The icing's still lumpy. Are you even trying?
Yeah? It'll just take a little longer.
Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look.
Natsuki grabs the whisk from me, puts her other hand into
Really need to beat the crap out of it.
violence.
True. Doubt. Violence.
After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved.
See?
As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same.
Hey!
Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist.
I don't want your gross fingers in my icing.
Your icing, eh? You forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the bowl.
Don't make me beat the crap out of you next.
I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just until Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah. The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn.
Gross! You got it on my face!
Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki. Tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away.
Jeez. You know what? Take this!
Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. Faster. Grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Why?
Well, alrighty then. Stop!
Not until you apologize for calling me gross!
Fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing.
What? Did you seriously just Ah!
Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red.
Rose! You really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right?
What kind of question is she asking me like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts to go off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet.
No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that?
Should have checked before turning the oven on.
Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez.
Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. He sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. But the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake tray into the oven. Then I reluctantly picked up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened.
Ah, that smells so good.
The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room.
Look how cute they all look.
She proudly shows off her different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing.
Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I can help you get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Ugh.
And, it's a necessary evil.
Yeah, I know.
Natsuki hands me some plastic bags.
I have these nozzles that will help make them look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though.
What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip.
That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like happy birthday or whatever.
Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually.
Eh?
Well, it's a literature event, right? Could make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like.
That's your not my I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so...
Huh. Maybe I'm getting it from you.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute.
Come on. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute.
Well...
Natsuki's voice trails off.
Same with you.
You just say something?
No, nothing. Let's just do the icing.
You just call me cute. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens the nozzle to each of the bags.
There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it.
Without giving me a chance to think about it, Natsuki quickly moves on. Shows me how to apply the icing. Each get to work. We're finally finished. Natsuki puts them side by side to admire our work.
Look how pretty they are together.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I wish I could have one now.
There's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in it.
Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite.
Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she were here, we'd probably be down to 10 cupcakes already. She would still eat dinner.
Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner.
Oh, already? That's a shame.
It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance.
And as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me.
I feel gaslit. That's what it's like to be gaslit.
Yeah, a little bit.
You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip.
Yeah, I can do that. Don't worry, I won't let her eat any.
I wish you would listen to me the way she listens to you.
Ah, yeah. I think, again, to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier, I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me. At that point, it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all.
Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today.
You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. Feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that. Did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted?
Well, guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, Natsuki.
Eh?
What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that, if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. I want to read manga or go out somewhere.
Do you really mean that?
Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you.
Rose, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry, I have to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so...
Natsuki suddenly gets closer.
Natsuki jump scare!
Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches away from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on.
That's where she works. Broad daylight?
Her rose-colored cheeks, matching eyes, filled my vision. Her slightly parted lips.
Stabs the knife into your gut.
No, I think she's just trying to kiss her.
That's not new.
My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me.
I've felt it for a while now.
Enough of that.
Sayori?
Yeah?
Hi, Rose.
Sayori! Just now, we weren't.
It's okay, Rose. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out. Aw, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any of my cupcakes before then. Anyway, later.
That was a zip.
Meow.
Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and so Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me.
Oh no.
So I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki. How close you got to her. Makes me really happy.
Then why are you crying?
That you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Rose? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Rose. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori. What I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't a burden your mind is making it out to be. Something that makes me happy. Something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. Oh, even if it takes an entire lifetime. I'm gonna be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
Scared, Rose. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sam?
Scared of that. That I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Rose, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And...
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. Slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? You still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need most right now. That's what I'm going to give you.
Make your choice!
I'm not gonna friend zone her right now.
Do you want to save? Sure.
Sure. Why not? All these important choices.
Except these two. These weren't very important.
Why did we save there?
This one was just because we...
Oh, okay. I love you, Sayori. I just said that, so... Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. Should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you're truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side. Then I know we'll both be happy.
Rose, sorry. I was invested.
Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me.
Rose? Is this really okay?
Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms. You'll never have to let go of me again.
I love you, Rose. I want to be with you forever.
Me too.
It's like, this is real.
Yes,
Rose,
I am.
Rose looks like that from behind.
I am a brunette
Face
man.
reveal. Back of the head reveal.
Yes, I am a brunette man. I feel Sayori's grip around me in a little bit.
What is this?
Sayori?
Am I supposed to be happy right now? Oh, I'm supposed not. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? And now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Rose.
Okay. Might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be here every step of the way. That's all that matters right now.
I trust you.
Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh?
What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more. It's really new and scary to me.
I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best.
Hey, Rose?
Sayori gazes at me sadly.
Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right?
Huh? I don't really understand what she means by that. Saying this is making you sad, Sayori.
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a bunch of it felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. I'm sorry, I bumped the wrong button. Where's the mouse? There it is. I bumped the wrong button, I apologize. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me.
You. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain. I know that I love her, and she loves me. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know that these thoughts will continue to plague me. Things are back to. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person. I'll do whatever it takes to be happy, to have a happy future. Even if I have to give up my manga with Natsuki.
Aww. It's the day of the festival. Sorry, that one was yours, but I wanted to say it.
Yeah, but we should probably pause here.
Yeah, well, in this...
This is the end of the day.
Well, no, it's the start of a new day.
Well, yes.
We'll keep going.
Want to keep going.
Yes.
You know things.
I do know things.
Of all days, I expected this to be one where I'd be walking school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided it's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event were nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking two. Natsuki's already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over, so time with knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too.
Rose! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early.
That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here. Monica is placing little booklets on desks in the classroom. Must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like. So that's the one I'll be preparing.
I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
She overslept again. A dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember where he told me as. I suddenly felt awful. Not nearly that simple. I only said it because the way I'm used to. But yeah, I should have gone to wake
her. You should take a little responsibility for her, Rose. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know?
change. Monica, you know about that?
Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all.
But I stammer embarrassed. Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? They plan on up it with anyone yet? Jeez. I don't know the full story at all, so.
Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think.
Huh? Monica is being as friendly as usual. For some reason, I felt it should be fine after hearing.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure. Grab one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did.
How? No, okay, it's still going. Okay, it's been quiet for so long. I just wanted to make sure we didn't lose audio in the
No, it's
recording.
supposed to be eerily silent
Yeah.
right now.
Well, it's just been going for a really long time, so I just had to double check.
Sayori's gone. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I flip through the pages. The member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, making it an almost professional. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poems, the ones they performed during our practice. This? I flip to Sayori's poem. Different from the practice. One that I haven't read before.
Get out of my head. 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 Out of my head. Head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Shh. Didn't want her. Get out of my head before I do what I know it's best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving.
What is this? Poem. I get a pit in my stomach.
Rose? What's wrong?
Nothing. Poem feels completely different from everything else. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori's.
Ah. Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay?
Quickly leave the classroom.
Don't strain yourself.
Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. Not that big of a deal, at least. Wait for her. That simple gesture of walking her. Besides, yesterday that thing. All she needs, what I would want to give. Grace's house. Knock on the door. Don't expect an answer. Not picking. Like yesterday, I opened the door. Sayori? Really is a heavy. I walk up in the house, waking her up in her house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case. outside Sayori's room. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! I really want to have to enter a breach of privacy. But she leaves me. Feeling this might.
An exception has occurred. See trackback for details.
What the heck? What the heck? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. Urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it was for others to care about her. Why did I confess to her and make it worse? Why was I so selfish? My fault. My swarming thoughts telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. Just spent more time with her. Walked her to school. Made friends with her like it had always been. Could have prevented this. No, I could have prevented it. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. Gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I only had one chance. I wasn't careful enough. Now I carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, never take it. Never. 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 Well, that's quite unfortunate. Oh.
Something's not right here.
Well, I'm a little bit
I think
traumatized.
we should end this episode here, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And Rose is going to have a mental breakdown. So we will be back, and we will see you guys next time. Bye! You're not going to say bye?
No.